Hey guys, today we're working on our John Deere, our 2038r. Seems as if we have a fuel leak going on. I smelt some diesel, wasn't 100% sure, then I saw something leaking on the bottom. So I think I have diagnosed where it's coming from. It seems to be coming from one of the injectors. Dripping, it's coming down the engine, and so whatever that is, we really need to take care of that. So let's take a look and see where it's leaking from and what we're gonna do to fix it. All right, so here's our machine. We took the loader off just for convenience because I'm seeing the fuel down the side of the engine over here. It's dripping onto these electrical connectors, and I thought it was coming from this intake part over here, but it seems as if it's coming from the injector, which I am guessing is it's a 3-cylinder, so it's the first injector here. I have a mirror down there. Let's see if you can see that connection. Sorry about the camera work. It seems to be coming from this connection that goes into that injector. Trying to get a light on it there. I have a little mirror behind it and I can see it dripping. So I don't know if it's the first threaded part or the tube there. So we're gonna have to try to remove some of this this air box and this air intake so we can get our hands down there, maybe get a line wrench and see what's going on, because there is a puddle of fuel on the cylinder head. Yeah, so that's where we're at. But I know we can't have diesel leaking down the side of a hot engine because that could end in disaster. So let's pull out this air box first, see if we can get down to that injector and find out what's going on. Hopefully it's just a loose connection and nothing's cracked. It seems to be running fine. So let's go from there. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is try to get some of these intake tubes and this air box out of here. You can do that. These are all, well, normal, different. Right, that out of the way. All right, for the sake of safety, we're gonna cover this intake so we don't drop anything in there, because that'll suck. All right, so let's put a little glove over this. Look at that, guys. Perfect. Cover that up. All right, let's see if we can get this air box out of our way. These, I think if we can get these brackets out of the way, probably be a lot easier to get in there. There's a wire on here. We're just going to move this out of the way. And we can hang it right here. That'll be fine. That out of here. All right, now we're getting some room. All right, so it seems as if there's a line and then there's another fitting that goes directly into the injector. The line I was able to tighten a little bit. That's a 17 millimeter. I'm not sure. I really can't tell where it's leaking from is the problem, or if it's the fitting that goes into the injector. So what we're going to do now is we're going to blow it off with air, try to clean off any diesel residue in there so everything's dry. And then we're going to have to put it back together and give it a try and see if that was, fingers crossed, hopefully that was the problem. I can't see if anything is cracked in there, so let's blow it out. All right, so we've tightened up that injector line I can't really tell. The only way we can do is to turn on the engine. So we put the hose temporarily back on, the intake back. We're gonna fire it up. We know exactly where it's leaking, so we'll be able to tell if it's leaking or if it's not, but let's check it out. Keep our fingers crossed, hopefully that's it. All right. All right, so I have it temporarily back together. I didn't put any of the clamps back on. I had it running for maybe 5 minutes, and so far so good. I don't see anything leaking. Like I said, it's where the line goes into the injector. I'm so not a diesel mechanic. This is my first diesel I've ever owned, actually, so I don't know a whole lot about it. But I do know that it was leaking from there. I couldn't see exactly. I'm hoping it was just this line coupler was loose. So far, so good. Like I said, I think we're gonna have to just bolt everything back up, and we're gonna have to take it out and just you know, crank it up, let it run hard, and see if we have any more fluid over there. But that's it for now. Yeah, so like I said, we're gonna take it out. We'll put the connectors back on there. I don't want to run anything with stuff off because, you know, John Deere's, the little alarm will start going off and then it'll be a nightmare. So let's get it on there. Let's take it for a run around the yard and let's see how she goes. All right, guys. So as you can see down there in that valley, it was all full of diesel. And I believe it was just this hard line right here going into the injector that was loose. So seldom that ever happens that it's just a loose nut, but it so far seems to be that was the problem. I don't know. So more often than not, is what I was saying, it's not something easy, but when it is something easy, like a loose line, I'm always really skeptical because I'm like, no, it can't just be that easy. But it seems as if that's what it was. It was just the loose hard line into the injector. And I guess after, you know, running it, but we ran it for probably, you know, a good 15 minutes. We took it for our nice long ride. We had the engine cranked all the way up, and I don't see any fluid down there. So fingers crossed, that seems to be a good deal. I don't know about y'all. Has this happened to you before on these little diesels? Do they spring leaks in the fuel like that? Anyway, I hope this maybe helped somebody. Thanks so much for watching. Peace, everybody.